Hey everyone, how's it going? Today we are working on the adapter part 2. So we got that center crank piece to actually mate the whole drivetrain together, and we'll be working on mounting the actual adapter to the motor. So let's get to it. Alright, so obviously that crank adapter is wrong, mostly because of me. Kind of a communication error on my part there. So it's okay because there's only one hole, that one offset hole. All we have to do is drill out that one hole and bore it out, counter bore it. So that's really not a big deal. You can do that pretty easily. This is where masters of drilling now. Drilling masters. So yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Yeah, it doesn't really matter because this is all localized on the bung on the TDI crank. So yeah, this is fine. It's centered on that bung there. These bolts are only to apply clamping pressure onto the crank. Alright, so we're ready to drill this out with the center drill. This thing is nice and stiff, so it's not going to wobble around, even though this punch is not that precise, but it's always better to be more precise than less. And actually I just rechecked it and it's just a bit out more. This stuff is like really hard to drill, I don't know. That thing must be getting pretty dull. Is this thing going the wrong way or what? Aha! Backwards! That's why. Something like that. I think it might actually go. Whoa, we're gonna clamp this one down. It's got a bit more bite. Let's get some oil. Gotta clean this up now, but that turned out great. I didn't think I would be able to get the hole in there without breaking through the sidewall. So that's nice, because if you're kind of like a quarter of the way into the other hole, the drill bit will never want to drill there. It's always going to slide into the other one because it's too flexible. But anyways, let's see if we actually got this right and didn't fuck up again. Behold, the ugliest of the ugly adapters for your crank. Fucking pretty bad. Just die grinded out that hole to get the socket head cap screwed down deep enough. It's terrible. It's super ugly, but it will work. As you can see, I burnt out with the torch or with the plasma cutter, I can't remember, some holes here to get access to the bottom bolts. I think I'm gonna just do studs for the rest, just because making big holes like that is a super big pain. So I'm just gonna get some studs. I just gotta figure out what's gonna be interfering now with this plate. So clearly this hose is kind of tight back there. I can cut some off, that doesn't matter. So we're gonna just mark out with a big paint marker where I have to cut material off. Yeah, it's definitely interfering a bit there. So gonna have to like, there you go. Does it look that bad on camera? Not bad, not bad. So at this point we want to make the studs for these 3 holes, actually maybe 4 because one of these are threaded, and we're gonna be making this making the studs out of this threaded rod. So then we'll be able to bolt this to the motor. After that we can start figuring out the whole starter location with this ring, which I'm gonna have to cut down because it's excessively big. So the next step is we gotta make a passage hole for our starter to come through the back, and this is not what the starter is like localized on. I had this ring made that is really tight. So, 1/64. We're gonna try to shave off a bit of the starter here because it's pretty beefy. So anyways, we'll see how this goes. I might cut the back off here too, but I don't know how hard this is gonna be to cut. I didn't expect the heat to transfer to the starter that much, but I wanted to make sure that it was going to stay round. Yeah, holy fuck, this thing is hot. Hopefully it didn't destroy it. Otherwise I have a second one, but yeah, wow. That's a hot one. Alright, so I just cleaned up the starter like ring spacer. It looks long because it is. It's too tall right now. But anyways, basically it's supposed to look like something like this. I don't know why I cut so much off the side here. I forgot that the bolts on the flywheel, well, the flex plate, were protruding, so it's like kind of touching on the adapter plate there. But I calculated like the amount that I had to take off this thing because I'm milling it flat, and it theoretically is okay. So I'm gonna take for granted that I thought about that beforehand. I can't remember honestly. Otherwise, I can take off those lock washers, replace it by Loctite, and maybe grind the heads down if I'm really desperate. But it should be okay theoretically. And I want to figure out if the starter is actually meshing up with the flex plate, which is the big question. Well, the final thing that has to be done is to send this adapter plate to my machinist again so that he can mill it flat and get the height of the starter flange proper. That's pretty much it. So I double checked everything and everything lines up pretty good. I just had to remove the spacers on those bolts on the flex plate because these were gonna interfere. So I got kind of freaked out because I don't think I had planned that. It's been a while. I haven't worked on this project, but it's gonna work out anyways. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm really excited. Once we get this thing back, I'm gonna probably paint it, and we'll be good to go to actually get this motor cranking over. So thanks for watching, everyone. I can't wait to get this adapter back and finally put this motor in the truck. Once everything is stuck together, transmission, and everything, we can bolt that to the transfer case. This thing is going to be going in the truck, and then we can start working on the engine mounts. I did take like a 3-week break. That explains why I didn't put any videos out, but it's good to be back working on this project, and I'm really excited to get it done before summer, maybe? That would be really nice, but who knows, I mean. So, see you in the next video.